in this?
No,
Oh,
it's just you guys.
Oh, you're not in?
Bam, say hi to Facebook real quick.
What up, Facebook?
Okay.
So we've got Bam filming for a new episode. He's doing question and answer with Joe
And Ape and
Devito.
Phil are here with Joe Devito.
Ape and Phil just showed up.
Yeah, we're good.
So we'll get to questions in a little bit. Right now, we're just going to give you a little behind the scenes. So enjoy.
So, have you seen the movie?
I have.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie?
17 times.
All right.
About
It
17
looks
different versions.
It's done.
He takes out good
I have
stuff.
questions though. I have a lot of questions about the movie.
Okay.
First of all, what's your overall? Do you like it?
I do. I mean, I like the movie, and I think every time that I watch it, I think,
About how much money he spent destroying hotel rooms?
well, I do think of that. I do think how much money he spent, but I honestly think of how brave it was for him to take this journey.
Gotcha.
That's what I get out of it, but on this month. So,
Right. I mean, you've seen a lot of his shenanigans, like the whole, but there was a lot of stuff in there, and obviously
Yeah.
run around for it.
yeah.
I mean, there was, stuff overseas that got a little crazy.
Yeah.
Finland fight and
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your buddies Rubber Sheep and Novak are a big part of it.
Yeah, I never thought I would ever say this, but Novak is like in a great place, and like he's been my buddy.
I know, that's good. We're happy. We're
I
happy.
can't believe I'm saying that.
We're happy for that. So, this movie's getting broken up into kind of chapters of Bam's life.
That's great.
You know?
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, and so I have some chapters here
Okay.
that I want to ask you what you think they mean, since
Okay.
you've seen the movie and obviously you know Bam for his whole life
Yeah.
and before that.
Before that.
So chapter one's called the Indiana Jones of Who Gives a Shit.
Right.
What do you think that means?
It means he is the Indiana Jones of who gives a shit.
Okay.
And I mean, it's annoying sometimes because I want him to care about certain things.
Yeah.
And there's times when I'll call and say, hey, it's so-and-so's birthday. And he's like, basically, who gives a shit, but I have something to tell you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, wait a minute, it's not always
Or Phil mentioned all the bills that you keep saying, and how I keep not caring because I don't see the fucking paperwork myself.
It is, like, it's really all of those things. I just remember every time I hear about, like, he doesn't give a shit, I remember, like, my 50th birthday party, and I was really happy that he was going to come. And then I think 50 Cent invited him to
50
his
cents.
50 Cent invited him to his house, and he blew off my party and went there.
It's 50
And he
cents.
said, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Chill, dog.
That's what he said. And I'm like, oh my God, he hasn't been to one birthday party I've ever had, I don't think.
All right, chapter 2, consequences, schmonsequences, as long as I'm rich.
Phil, what do you think that
What
one
do you
means?
think that one means, Phil?
That one means he'll do whatever he wants until the money's gone. But the money's disappearing.
The money's gone.
How come? Because I keep getting helicopters?
No,
That and
we won't get into
And
it.
paint damages?
Yeah.
No, say what? What paint damages or both or what?
The consequences are
Let's put it this way.
helicopter rides, private jets.
He and I could live for the rest of our lives on missed flights.
paid rooms, missed flights.
So wait, how much? I want to know, because the hotel destruction that happened on this tour, the fuckface
Which
tour.
tour? All together?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have paint damage and we have like Novak smoking fines. How much would you estimate was the total amount of damage done?
Does this include shipping paintings home from?
Sure. Put it this way. Let's put it this way. How much money was spent on that tour in damages and completely unnecessary, ridiculous costs that could have easily been avoided by?
Are you talking the European tour?
Yeah.
The Australian
All of
tour?
them together?
Yeah.
All the above, Phil.
Oh.
$300,000 at least.
Well, Australia was the worst. That set you back $200,000 right off the bat.
Right there.
And then they went to Europe, and that was another 150. And there's something, Novak bled on the bus, so they had to hazmat the bus. And
Yeah.
they charged us, like,
From where?
From where?
from Europe.
No,
No, where
did
did he flee from?
I guess his butt. He had that rock up his butt or something.
Or any.
And they made him clean up the bus for
Yeah, that was hazmat.
So
Yeah.
he blogged all over the.
I don't know.
Well, they found a needle too. They did find a
Block is
needle.
a blood fart.
He blogged all over the.
And they
Well,
found
they
a needle
found the
which made
needle,
them lose
and
their
once they
minds.
found out-
So I don't remember it's
Oh, yeah.
1,500 or 1,500. It's 1,500, so it's still a lot.
Right,
But
so
the
that's
rooms, 10 grand at a time, missed flights.
Missed flights and rebook. Oh, get this one. You're gonna love this one. You're gonna love this. So after Australia, Bam, Nikki, Alex,
Love
and McCoy decide they want to go to Bali for a few days. That's great. So they go to Bali, miss their effing flights, and have to rebuy expensive ass flights all the way to Finland again, and for these fools to come back to the United States, and for that asshole to go back to Australia. We wanted to shoot ourselves in the head.
And what
Like,
about the phone
just because
calls?
somebody couldn't make a phone call and rebook the flights, because they don't know how.
And then we got a phone call from a guy that had a hotel that said he's having Bam locked up unless we wired him like $1,200 or so for eating on his deck or something. I don't know what the hell the problem was, but remember that, Bam?
We were up all night.
No, I
with
didn't
that.
pay the
You don't want to pay the guy.
You
You
see,
Oh,
because
no, they were going to have you arrested.
no, because I was there, and you know, when you go to Bali, it's supposed to be a cheap flight. Well, I had a buddy who rigged up a deal for me, but he wanted everything to be in cash. I'm like, this is a shady fucking
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
I'm not gonna pay you $1,200 in cash for you to pocket this money of a house that belongs to someone else. So I was like, I'm out. But they already rigged it. You better pay up now. I don't want this place.
Right.
Turns out,
You
Phil.
paid it.
Okay, but you know what? Here's the thing. Like, we really wanted to get in touch with Bam so we could ask him about this, but, oh, could we get in touch with anybody with a real phone? Of course not. Of course not.
And then back to
So
the
then we have to
European
pay the
tour.
embezzler so he doesn't have him arrested at the airport.
So on top of all the damage in the helicopters and
We're
everything,
bailing
you
them
actually-
out.
You
Well,
got, you got
let's go
blackmailed.
back to the European tour. He was in Iceland, did the show there, and then he had 2 in Norway, and he decided not to show up. And this guy claims he spent $6 grand in advertising and lost revenue. So we had to pay the guy, instead of earning the 10 grand, we had to pay the guy the 10 grand. So we lost money. Well, that's a 20 grand fuck up there.
Wow.
Let's talk about Australia, the first one. What a nightmare. A night.
I can't know I'm popular.
Probably Ruthie.
It's Franz. Should I tell you everybody?
No,
Hell no.
Don't you want Franz on the phone?
no, I'm fucking busy doing an interview with you, asswipe.
Shut it off.
Franz, they don't want to talk to you.
Shut it off.
It's going.
All
It'll
right.
end in 3 seconds.
So,
Give me your goddamn
It's over.
phone.
It's over.
Give me your fucking phone.
It's over.
It's not over.
Yes, it is. It's over. See? It's over.
all right. So the Australia tour.
Yeah.
Now, you know, at one point, Phil and I think, is Bam doing this on purpose because he thinks he wants some drama in his life? Nah, he couldn't be this crazy because this is just plain stupidity. I think on the Australia tour, they were supposed to be paid $80,000, all of which went up Alex's nose. Every bit of it.
Are we still live, Mohawk?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is this live?
Yeah.
That's okay.
We're
It's
just
not,
on what?
it's
Hold
not
on.
anything someone
His
doesn't
name
know.
is
Rubber Sheep. Everybody knows that.
It's not live.
So the whole time he's saying, "Oh, I'll get you your money. It's coming. It's coming afterward." I said, "I've never heard of anybody playing a venue and then getting it later.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right to me." And he was supposed to be the promoter, of which he did a good job for CKY at one point.
Right.
Well,
And then the merch
Mine's-
guy had them sue us for not paying the merch. bill. This guy kept on the merch.
it just
turned into a
gets worse and
nightmare.
worse,
The first Australian tour.
worse and
Was
worse.
there any money actually brought in from
No.
this?
No.
Chad came home 10 shows shy and asked for $5 grand. I paid him because I thought money was going to
It's
come in.
just
but
like, here's the thing.
never got the money.
FFU, great idea, great band. Did it make $1? No.
Not yet.
Well, most bands don't.
It was like, well, most bands don't, but they have 4 people. Not most people
Didn't care
travel
about it.
around the world with 12 people.
Well, that's why everybody's got to buy the movie. So
Hopefully
reimburse.
it's to break even.
Please reimburse the store because it's
You want to say
nightmare.
that one more time?
That's why everybody's got to buy the movie so that these guys can pay off their bingo debt.
Please.
And break even. Let's
Please.
break even.
It's like a bunch of
All right, guys, we'll be back in a little while with Ben.